Hi, I'm Dwight with Good Sounds. This is the 10th instructional video in a multi-part series dealing with theatrical sound production, and the last of several that deal specifically with wireless microphones. Today, we want to look at the process of miking the actor and making sure that that microphone will stay in place. Looking at both options we have for microphones, the earpieces are the most difficult to secure to the actor so that it stays in place throughout the show. You will most likely need mic tape. Actually, it isn't really mic tape, it's clear medical tape. But we use it to tape mics to the actor's face, so for our purposes, we refer to it as mic tape. The brand we like the most is 3M Clear Medical Tape, and it comes in rolls like this. You may have another brand that you like, and that's fine. However, we have found that the cloth tape does not work well, so I would avoid using that if at all possible. You may have single ear microphones or dual ear microphones. Either way, it's going to be very important to start the miking process correctly by making sure the earpiece is shaped appropriately to sit on the ear. This will help tremendously in keeping the microphone in place for several hours. This particular model has the boom positioned under the ear. One thing I like to do is hold the earpiece up to the outside of the ear and try to copy that shape to the earpiece itself. This proves to be very helpful in getting a comfortable shape for sitting on the ear. I then carefully shape the boom along the jawline so that I don't get the mic element too close to the mouth. This is very important so that you don't get nasty response from the mic. It is also worth mentioning that I always have the microphone positioned on the left side of the actor's face. There may be a rare exception where costume or makeup may prevent that, but in every other case, it's on the left side. I do this because the majority of the time when people hug each other, they move to their left. This means that the microphones will be on the outside of their face and not subjected to getting hit or caught and creating a lot of noise. You can try hugging someone now and see what I mean. Because of this reason, it makes sense to keep the mics shaped to fit the left side of the face. This means that the boom of the microphone is not constantly getting bent in opposite directions for different actors, because this will eventually lead to weakening the microphone and it will break. Now, you will have divas that say they need the mic to be on the right side of their face. Unless there's a compelling reason for this to happen, like a makeup or costume issue, I don't care. It's going on the left, end of story. Once the microphone is in position, it's time to tape. This is where things can get a little more complicated. Actors will have makeup on, and they will sweat. Both of these things are going to work against you when it comes to making sure that microphones stay in place. But there are a few things you can do to help keep that microphone secure. One thing is to take a piece of tape about the length of your pointer finger. Then, instead of using that piece of tape that wide, take the tape and rip it into 5 skinny pieces. You should now have enough tape to take care of taping the entire mic. While holding the earpiece in place, I usually tape just in front of the ear. Many times there isn't as much makeup here, and if there is, I can usually rub a good bit off. Then I tape down on the jaw. The next piece can be very important. I place a piece of tape on top of the ear to cover the earpiece. This really helps the earpiece to stay on top of the ear and not lean over and come off. Then I have the actor look over their right shoulder. This allows me to get enough slack so that they can move their head without pulling on the mic cable. I tape down the cable on the back of their neck while their head is in that position. Then I have them look straight ahead and tape down the excess so it isn't hanging out and exposed. This method has proven to be very effective for us in securing microphones to the actors. In fact, many times we have to peel the tape off of their face after the show because it's held that well. Sometimes actors find they need to retape during the show, so we always have extra tape for them in the dressing rooms. But more often than not, this method will last for the entire show. With lavaliers, most of the work is already done with the elastic, so the microphone stays in place on its own. The only thing we typically tape with the lavalier microphone is taping the mic cable to the back of their neck, allowing enough movement in the cable so it doesn't get pulled. You may have found a better way to secure mics to the actors, and if so, we would love to hear them. But this method has worked well for us for many, many years. Join us for our next video when we will talk about conducting our mic checks and when those need to happen. You can always check us out on Facebook or at goodsounddesign.com. If you need some assistance in setting up your wireless microphones or need to rent or purchase wireless microphones for your show or venue, please let us know. We carry most major brands. And as always, thanks for joining us here at Good Sounds. And remember, if it can't be heard, it can't be good.